Okay, friends, thank you everybody for joining us for this particular session. Nitin, just to give you a heads up, we have until now 116 participants on this call and increasing. Friends, this particular session on LinkedIn is brought to you by Nitin Bajaj, who's the founder of a remarkable technology company called EasyLeads. I have personally used EasyLeads technology and I think it is extremely useful, and which is one of the reasons why I invited Nitin to take this particular session. Nitin is not going to be speaking much about EasyLeads, but he is going to be sharing his experience in terms of how one can use and leverage LinkedIn to get more business. I'm sure all of us have a LinkedIn profile, but to use it to full potential is usually the challenge. Therefore, Nitin is going to help us to do that. This particular session is brought to you by Talent Corner. Talent Corner is a recruitment company based out of Mumbai and having operations across the country. It is also being brought to you by Roundtable India, Roundtable MMRT 200, and the HR and admin team of the BNI Super Achievers. The intent of this particular session is purely knowledge driven. We want everybody to learn, and that is why we brought everybody together in this particular webinar. My request to everybody is please keep your mics on mute. Please keep your mics on mute. I'll repeat, please keep your mic. Sorry. Yes, I request everybody to please keep their mics on mute and please turn off your camera. I repeat, turn off your camera. Okay, and Nitin will be off your annotation so that the participants cannot annotate. Okay, and we will have question answers at the end of the session if you have any. Nitin, is that okay with you?
Yes, of course.
Yes. So Nitin, the background, like I mentioned to you over the phone, we have got lots of entrepreneurs, lots of HR professionals, people from very diverse backgrounds. So it's not only the Talent Corner family, it's this, we've opened this to the public, and there have been a lot of people who registered. I can see the number right now touching 164. Okay. So I'm sure that, everybody's going to look for a lot of value. I hand it over to you. I'm muting myself also.
Sure. I mean, is there anyone in the Talent Corner team who can approve these requests that are coming in?
I'm doing it. You don't need to worry about it. You just continuously go ahead with yourself. You go ahead with your session.
Got it. Well, thank you, Rashish. Thank you so much for organizing this amazing session. And I can see the enthusiasm. I can see like 177 participants already there, which is very, very great. So just to give you an introduction about myself, I am Nitin, founder of EasyLeads, which was mentioned by Rashesh. The whole idea behind EasyLeads is to expedite, businesses and help them with their sales and lead generation, especially in the context of B2B. I'm going to talk today about how I personally leverage LinkedIn and how I have managed to successfully drive about 5 million plus views in the last 6-7 months on my LinkedIn, post, content, and profile, and have managed to cross 33,000 connections already, driving more and more businesses and leads towards our business. And hopefully by the end of the session, you might also be able to use the same sort of, content framework or the tricks or, the way I do it, or that will help you drive more leads for your business overall. So that's the whole intent of this session, So first and foremost is a lot of people, what they realize or what they don't realize is that LinkedIn is not meant for promotion as such. LinkedIn is, if you look at the trends right now, LinkedIn is primarily meant for social selling or social listening, as to say. And personal branding is going to become the future. So if you are thinking how to leverage LinkedIn by promoting your company or by promoting your advertising, that's not the right way to approach LinkedIn. And we are going to bust that myth today. How by not marketing your company, you can still market your company by personal branding. And that's what I do and that is what I'm going to talk to you about today. Um, so first and foremost, I hope you guys can see my screen. Now, if you look at my screen, the first and foremost thing comes out of any LinkedIn marketing is basically the profile. So the profile gives you the impression of a person, what the person is all about. And ideally, I apply a 10-second rule over here. So if you go to any profile, and if you look at that profile, if you can't really relate to it in 10 seconds, what the person do, then the profile is not really a good profile. So if you look at my profile, what I have done is I've created a banner on top of it that says helping company generate B2B leads. Now, nowhere in that I have mentioned my company name. Nowhere I have mentioned how do I do that. But essentially what I mention is a framework which is helping companies generate B2B leads. Now, this 4 or 5 words will help you understand what I do. Now, if you are as a person are browsing my profile, you will be able to quickly know what I do. That is what you have to take out from the profile of a person when you visit LinkedIn, right? So you clearly mention your email. You can I've created this free of cost banner state. A lot of times, what I want to share with you is that if you look at these profiles, this is the headshot. This is where the heading comes into picture. While this is your description, both of the things can be different. So if you look at my profile, I've nowhere mentioned about my company, but what I've mentioned is helping companies generate B2B leads. 5 million plus views, most viewed writer, Quora, podcaster. And then below that, I've added about my company and my roles and responsibilities and what I do in the company. The reason why this has to be more related and relevant to you, what you do, what problem you solve for a person rather than talking about your designation, is because when someone looks at your profile over here, like or anywhere randomly, they don't see this designation. They don't see this. They see your heading, which is visible here. Now, instead of founder at EasyLeads, if they can see over here helping companies generate B2B leads, the person is more likely to click on it if they really want someone to help them in generating B2B leads, right? So that is where the intent comes into picture, wherein you have to make a clear headline on how companies can understand what you do from just a heading. Hope the heading part is very clear to you. Now, after that, if you look at, and I want you to everyone to go today to your LinkedIn profile and see how much is this you're getting, how much as the profile viewed you're getting, or search appearances you're getting. If your search appearance is very low, that means you are not added your company details, roles and responsibilities properly in your profile. If you look at my profile, I've detailed every step, every responsibility, like digital marketing. So anyone who is searching for me in the founder, they will be able to see me. If they're searching for head of growth or any roles related to growth, they will be able to see me. Digital marketing, they can see me. So I will be coming in the search results for all these parameters. That is the reason why I'm getting around 2,800 search results every week. So you can optimize this so that more and more people can see you, more and more people can send you connection request. Hope the search part is also clear. So you can always go through my profile or few more profiles, whichever you can look up to, and then try to optimize your profiles. And this is another interesting part, who viewed your profile. Now that is also correlated with one, search results. The other one correlation is how much content you push out every day. So if you're consistently pushing out content every day, your profile's views will go up because more and more people will now want to know what do you do. because they see your content on their wall, on their feed, and they want to obviously they want to really understand what you do and how you can help them. So that's where your profile views will go. The reason why profile views matter is because if more people view about you, more people learn about you, more incoming connections you're going to get, more business, more leads you're going to get. So you need to work on your headshots, on your headings, and your search appearances by creating more and more profile and adding more content to your profile, and then pushing out content. If you can, at least one post in a day, or at least 2 or 3 posts in every week, that would really help you grow your LinkedIn marketing and social selling. Now, that is one part of it. The other part I wanted to talk about is how we generate content and how we write content, which does not really talk about what we do as a business, but talk about sales or lead generation or marketing as a whole. And when you talk about the industry as a whole, it creates an image about you as an influencer in that particular niche. So for example, if I talk about sales every day, people correlate me with sales or marketing or business development. They don't correlate with me with EasyLeads at all. Their first impression is sales. Nitin is for sales, Nitin is for marketing, Nitin is for business development. That is what niche you have to talk about yourself, so that you don't push or be more promotional in a way, but you're talking about and sharing your experiences about sales or marketing or whichever industry you are into. If you're, for example, into HR industry, you talk about how hiring can help a company, or you talk about how corona has impacted hiring, or you talk about industry trends in coronavirus, how the industry in the HR, what technology and tools are going to help. So talk about that rather than promoting your own company. Talk about the HR industry as a whole, so that people can learn from you. When they get something out of what you do or learn from your knowledge, they come back and ask for more knowledge, or they come back and ask for more content or more leads, or ask for what do you do, or how you can help them. That is the stage where you have to reach. That is where LinkedIn can help you become a sort of a niche influencer and grow your lead generation process. Now, if I show you my previous, hello, is anyone saying anything?
Nitin, you can go ahead. Nitin, you can go ahead.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so now I wanted to show you some posts that I've created in the past few days, and I want to show you how what do I talk about in these posts and how I correlate content with what we do. So for example, this is today's post. 3 hours back I've posted this, and in this I never talk about what we do as a whole as a EasyLeads company. What I mentioned over here is, a post which talks about pricing strategy. So something which is related to how post creating a price of 0.99 or 99 can create a better impact by posting, a whole price which is $3. So I talk about that. And now around I've got like 100 plus likes or 21 comments on this post, around 7,000 views in 3 hours. Now, what happens over here in the background is, if people like it, more and more people will see that this post has been liked, this post has been engaged. Now people who are going to look at my profile, they are going to see this headline over here in their timeline, helping companies generate B2B leads. So this is where I get my marketing subtly done for me. Instead of pushing what we do, I push about the industry. That is where automatically I get inbound leads every day. So another thing I wanted to share, post that I created yesterday, was basically I gave some information on the companies that have recently raised funding. So I talk about these are the companies that have raised fundings. Now, if you want to reach out to these companies, you can use our tool. So the underlying part is not the tool. The underlying main important part is I have given this information free of cost by collating it from other sources, by collating it from our internal sources, and I gave away first. And then once people realize that this guy is giving us some information, and that too without anything, then they also are interested to know what I do, and also want to know what our tool can do for them. So it's a way wherein we subtly drive our tools and solutions rather than pushing it very clearly or obviously. So 24,000 views for that post, Another post I created 2 days back, 30,000 plus views, 323 likes. So it was talking about how people who are looking for jobs, they approach job process very randomly. They call random people, they send random messages. So I basically help them optimize how they can write a very short and sweet message rather than sending a bulky message to the recruiters and HRs. They can use this simple message. So I share a template which help them. So if you look at all my content, I don't talk about easy leads at all. Easy leads comes in a very subtle way at the end, or maybe not even come at all. I talk about what the industry is, what sales is, how I can help them generate leads, how they can use cold email, how they can use LinkedIn marketing. So I talk about more of that rather than pushing what I do. So usually I post every day, like one post at least every day. Sometimes when I go crazy, I do 2 posts every day, but one is at least the minimum that I do every day. And on an average, I gain around 100, 120 followers every day because I've already crossed past my connection limit. I can't add more people now. So now everyone who is going to be my connection, or they have to become my follower rather than become my connection. And this is the stage where you become sort of an influencer, wherein once you reach that limit, LinkedIn gives you even more boost, because LinkedIn believes that 30,000 people have connected with this person. This person seems to be doing something great or something good, or so they push out more of your content on other people's feed more increasingly than what they used to do before 30,000 connection limit has hit. So the ultimate goal should be use LinkedIn in a way wherein you can write content around your industry so as more and more people can reach out to you. So that is around the content part. Now coming on to another way wherein you can generate leads is by do two things. One, inward marketing, inward lead connection. The second is outbound lead connections. So inward, I have already spoken in a way, because when you write content, people reach out to you every day. People send you connection requests every day. For example, I have like 400 requests pending already. I usually accept it right away, but I can't do it anymore because, as I said, I have crossed the connection limits. So these are the people who have sent me, all the connections, and most of them are really, really good. And if you look at all the profiles, most of them are into sales and marketing, the niche which matters to me. So I don't want engineers or designers or software developers to connect with me. That's not my niche. What I want is more and more sales professionals, BD guys, to connect with me or follow me, so that whenever I push content on sales and marketing, more and more sales and marketing people can see that content, like that content, engage with that content, and eventually reach out to me asking for more information on what EasyLeads do or how our tool can help them. So that should also be your goal. Identify your ideal customer profile. Find out, based on the industry that you work with, who is the ideal customer that you want to engage, and move and revolve your content around that specific niche always. So example, you are into augmented reality, let's say, or a technology which is for augmented reality, or a technology which is for marketeers, brand managers, consumer focused companies. So now you can't simply talk about, you know, HR, because they're not your niche. You have to talk about more marketing, more augmented reality technology upgrades, or more case studies which augmented reality can solve for brand managers, so that more and more brand managers can see it and more brand managers engage with it, and eventually come back to you asking for more information on how augmented reality can help that particular brand or organization solve their issues that they have, right? So this is where the augmentation of the specific audience or the niche of the audience helps you identify the right set of target accounts and let them engage with your content. And your content strategy also revolves around your focused, group of audience that you want to engage with. The other thing is, so this is where inbound comes, where organically people reach out to you. The other is where you are reaching out to people. So on that front, what you can do is use this search bar. Let's say your search or your audience that you want to cater to is brand manager. So you search brand manager over here. And here you can see all filters. So just apply all filters and you will see there are several other filters available. Like region, you can select location. You can specifically target a unique company. Then you can further, drill down on specific audience set. Let's say I want to target brand managers in Mumbai in the industry retail. So I apply. I can see all these people in the retail industry with the profile brand managers. Now, a lot of people, what they do is when they connect with these people, they don't use this option. They simply send a connection request like that. This is where you can personalize your connection request, which improves your conversion rate, which improves more of the acceptance rate on the connection request. So when I used to send a connection request, I can't send it anymore. But when I used to do that in the back, in the past days, what I used to do is I personalize this request. For example, I say, hi Anjali, I noticed you're working with this company, and I noticed, or what I do is I create a case study on brand managers and I include that link over here. Hey Anjali, I noticed you're a brand manager. I believe this case study on brand managers will help you. And then send a connection request. This is where I initially created an impact on this person and told them or created an impression that I am here to give you first, rather than asking you for or my services or pitching you my solutions. I'm here to give you. When you give someone something without expectation, they tend to ask you for more information on what you do. So this is where you personalize your connection request. Once you have searched the right audience profile, then you can start engaging and sending them connection requests. And immediately the right after, if they accept your request, don't push them or with your content, or don't send them a bulky message saying what you do or what your tools and solutions are. Rather than simply send them a nugget of content or send them something which is related to their industry, and let them come back to you rather than you pushing them. Because when they reach out to you organically, that also very relevant, because they want to know what you do. They are already interested in you. So that way you can always engage more people, and more quality leads can also be a part of your sales funnel. So this is how you can reach out to people and personalize your connection request. And I would recommend you to do this daily. Send out connection requests to around 50, 100, or at least 200 people every day. And in the parallel, you can obviously push out content around what you do. So in the parallel, you're adding more people, and in the parallel you're pushing content. So the more people are adding to your profile, are becoming your connections, they're also looking at the content you post every day, and your engagement also starts improving. So both of these goes in parallel. One side you're adding more people, the other side you're also pushing out content relevant to your industry. Hope that is helpful in a way where you understand what you can do to drive more leads. And the art of driving leads is not to drive leads. It's hidden in a way wherein you subtly push what you do and let people think about what you do, and then get them to hook up with you and what you do in a way, and reach out to you and asking for more information. I want to share one particular case study or example of how we drove around 2 million views to our post. So we created a post in which we basically said that I have prepared a list of 1,000 startups funded in last 2 months globally, and we are willing to give this give this list to everyone free of cost. Just comment yes. And you know what? We got around 8,000 comments on this post in just 2 days. And on the link that we added, we got around 40,000 hits on the link. The reason why this post was so successful is because everyone who is into sales and marketing want to use this list. It's a very amazing list because you get to know collated information of funded startups, which is very difficult to find usually. And plus it was a very handsome amount of information, like 1,000 companies. You may be able to track 10, 15, 20 odd, but getting a list of 1,000 companies was not that easy. So it was a very valuable list for everyone, which is why, and all you need to do is just comment yes to get that list. So which is why it was not hard to push out. So what you need to do is see how you can give more first and identify in a way, and more people basically reach out to you rather than promoting what you do. So in this post, I've nowhere posted or pushed our services. When they basically got that list, then they got to know what we do, and then they reached out to us asking for more information on our tools. So this is how you can certainly, push your content. The other thing I want to talk about is social selling index. I will share the link to the social selling index afterwards on the chat. What this social selling index, it's a LinkedIn index. So it's a free of cost tool on LinkedIn, which will give you information on how you are performing in terms of your LinkedIn profile, or how is your LinkedIn profile compared to your whole network, as well as compared to the industry you work with. So I have got a social selling index of around 81, and it also breaks down in 4 different parameters, like how good I am in building my professional brand, how good I am in finding the right people, how good I am in engaging with the insights, how good I am in building relationship with others on LinkedIn. So this will give you more insights on where you have to act upon, and where do you stand in terms of your industry ranking and network ranking. And you can always keep on monitoring every day. So while you're putting efforts, this will also motivate you to do more, and also understand where you're, short falling, so that you can improve on those areas. So this is how you can leverage LinkedIn as such to first create your own personal brand, rather than pushing company brand at first. Create your personal brand so that more people get to know what you do, and more people reach out to you asking for more. And on the other side, use LinkedIn to reach out and search, find the right people and engage with them, and push them your content, or push them your solutions in a very subtle manner. I see a lot of people sending junk, bulky emails which no one reads about, or bulky messages on LinkedIn which no one reads about. If you want to send something, this is what we used to send up to people who try out our tool. This just one line we used to send to people, and this is what we do daily. So for example, if anyone tries out our tool, you know what we send? Hey, I noticed you have tried our tool, Mr. E, that gives you direct contact numbers. Just this line. Feel free to contact for any questions. I have not pushed anything. I have not said these are the pricing. Now, if anyone wants to know about us or is very inquisitive, they can simply reply to that message and get back to us. So if you can break your service or solutions in just one line, so that other person do not have to go through, a painful long essay of yours, that solves half of the deal, or half of the problem that you face right now in your marketing. When you send so much of bulk in your solutions, you're basically taking so much of brain power from the other person, and you're expecting them to read and go through for so much of, junk message. Simplify your message, push it in one line. If they're really interested, they will get back to you, they will ask you for more information. Have faith in what you do. That is what I usually believe in. If you do not have the faith or uniqueness in what you do, then no amount of LinkedIn marketing can help you anyway. So this is the LinkedIn focused, profile or marketing. Now I wanted to talk about and give you just some more information on how you can use EasyLeads, which is another way of identifying and reaching out to the, prospects. So it's a Chrome extension. On the right side, you might be able to see it. It gets installed over Chrome and on the laptop and desktop, and gets integrated with LinkedIn right after that. So for example, you're browsing someone's profile who is not connected with you, who is not your first connection, who is not your second connection, third connection at all, but you still want their number, and they are not connected with you, or even if they're connected with you, they have not added their number on their LinkedIn profile. So how do you get their number? This is where the tool comes into picture. So the tool will be able to give you the direct mobile number with a click. Let me show you more of it on how it works. So for example, I want to get the number of this particular person, and connection. They are not my first connection. On the right side, the tool will automatically open. Now, if I want the number of this person, I can simply click here, click to get contact. Yeah. and the tool will give you the direct mobile number. Emails are also available wherever possible, but the main intent of the tool is to give you the direct contact number, direct mobile number of the specific person. So this is another way wherein, in fact, Rashesh and the team are also using the tool to find the numbers and contacts of HRs and the other, I think the other talent acquisition requirements of theirs. But it's mostly not just for HR market. For example, you're into branding or you're into advertising and you want to sell your advertising solutions to brand managers. So you can use this tool to reach out to the brand managers. All you need to do is just browse a profile on LinkedIn and simply click on the right side to get their number. It does not matter whether they are a founder of a company, whether a CEO of a company, or whether they are brand manager, CFO, HR head, CIO, CTO, whoever it is, as long as they have a profile on LinkedIn, you would be able to find their contact number. So overall, if I talk about the LinkedIn marketing, first and foremost is you need to create a profile. You need to improve your ranking on the profile. Second is you need to push content every day. If not every day, at least twice, thrice in a week, and not talk about your brand primarily. Talk about the industry, then start engaging with people, comment on other people content, like other people's content with relation to your industry, share your experiences on what they have. For example, if you're posting something, you would also expect someone to like and engage with that post. So do it the reverse also. Start engaging with someone else, comment, share their post, like their post, comment on their post with your genuine thoughts you care about, and then start adding around 100, 150 people every day. And on top of that, if you want, you can use the tool as well to find the contact numbers and start, creating and jumping your sales funnel on top of that. So I think more or less, I've covered most part of what LinkedIn, I mean, obviously there is no end to it, but what we can now do is focus more on the questions and see if you have any specific questions on that.
Okay, Nitin, I had actually in the middle stopped the chat because there was too much of conversation happening. I'm
Sure.
opening up the chat to everybody right now.
Sure.
If there are any questions, I would request you to put it on the chat. And the way I think we should do this or take this forward, Nitin, is let's answer the questions in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
And out of any one person in the group, we will take it as a case study where the person will tell you who they are, what they do, okay? And then, you can probably tell them what you would do if you were in their place. Would that make
Sure.
sense?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read out the questions coming in. So there are lots of questions coming in. So someone has mentioned saying that can you show list of builders in Mumbai? Can you make a search, Nitin, and show them the list of builders in Mumbai?
Sure. Yes. Uh, it's simple. Like so builder is, no one writes builder in their, profile on the LinkedIn profile. So how the search works is you need to, let's say, find by maybe manager. Let's say you want to reach out to the managers of builders. So just simply, I'm just, first of all, oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm putting it over here. Yeah. So when you write manager, what you can do afterwards is use all filters, and in the location you add Mumbai, and in the industry you select real estate, commercial real estate and real estate, and also you can maybe add construction also as an industry. Then you apply search. Now if you look at, you will see all CBRE, Piramal Realty, Narang Realty, Godrej Properties. So you will find all people who are working in building or construction industry or commercial real estate industry. So that is how you can search the right people. You can have just broadly searched manager, but you can specifically go further deep and, optimize your search parameter. Hope that helps.
Yes, I think that answers the question. There was one more request saying that can you please explain the tool,
Mr.
the E tool,
E-Concept.
Mr. E concept once again. And there was a
Sure.
question saying that suppose if I don't want my number to be cracked even by Mr. E. So someone is saying that it's a privacy issue. If I don't want it to be cracked, what do I do?
So we have added a opt-out on our website. So if you don't want EasyLeads to show your number to others, you can simply in the opt-out form, you can fill out, and we will remove your number from our database if we have it. It may be a chance we don't even have your number yet. So if we have it, or in the future, we will not be displaying your number to anyone. We will remove your number from our database. So there is a clear, opt-out policy that we have.
Okay. One more question. There was, Nitin, can you re-show the concept of Mr. E,
Sure.
please?
Sure. Let me just do it again. What I'll do is I'll basically install the tool again so that everyone can see it right from the installation and how they can use it. So I'm removing the tool for now so that I can install it again. So this is the link to the tool. So obviously we will send you that after the chat is done, after the webinar is done. This is the link to the tool. This is on the Chrome store. So you need to have a Chrome browser, and you need to do it on laptop or desktop in order to install the tool. So once you're on the Chrome browser, this will show you a button that says add to Chrome. So you click on it, then add extension. Once you have added it, an icon will appear over here like this. This will show you that the Chrome tool, mystery tool, is installed. So it's just a one-click install. Once you have installed, you can go to LinkedIn. You will see the tool will appear as an icon on the right side. And it says, please navigate to any profile to see their professional contact information. So in order to activate the tool after you have installed it, you just have to visit one profile. As soon as you visit a profile, the tool gets activated automatically. You don't have to do anything else. So you get 5 credits for free for the trial once you install it for the first time, so that you can basically understand how the tool works, how to fetch the number. After that, there are monthly and annual subscription plans. So the first plan starts at just 1,999, which is 2,000 rupees plus taxes, in which you get 40 contacts in a month. That's the lowest most plan. Then we have higher plans as well, which you can always learn more from here. On the tool, you will see an upgrade button. Once you click on it, you will see all the pricing plans. But let me show you how the tool gives you the number. For example, you're visiting this particular profile and you want their number. So on the right side, you will see click to get contact. On the tool will automatically open up. So you click on it. The tool will search internally and give you the number, as well as email also if available. Email could be a personal email or a work email. Now, let's say you said that you want to reach out to the construction industry, as someone was asking for. So we search manager in construction. We say Mumbai. Then we select industry as commercial real estate. Let's say we take that only as a search parameter. So you added that, you applied that. Now you want number for this particular person. So you click on it. On the right side, the tool will open. If you want the number, you click on it. If the number is available, it will be displayed over here on the right side. Yeah, so this is the number. So with just one click, you will be able to get the number. And if the number is available, then only your credit is counted. And the other thing is we commit 100% accuracy on the numbers. So meaning if any number is invalid, you can actually report that number and your credit will be refunded back. So that's the sort of confidence we have on the tool, that all the numbers we give will be 100% accurate. Yeah, I hope that explains the concept.
Yes,
And also the search parameter.
Yes. There was a question from Kunar Agarwal saying that when you are searching in the filters, okay, it is only displaying the metro cities. How about the unlisted or the smaller cities that we are looking to reach out?
All the cities are available. I mean, on the front, you will see Mumbai and everything because most people search that. But when you type Indore, when you type other cities, Ahmedabad or perhaps Chandigarh, you can simply start typing Chandigarh and it will display you Chandigarh over there.
Okay, great. There was a question saying that, if someone has multiple businesses, how does one promote themselves on LinkedIn?
So then you talk about the overall industry as such, like for example, policies in the business, or hiring and firing, or how you have done, pricing strategy in an organization, or how you're faring, or how much employees you have fired, or whether you have not fired any employee, what steps you have taken in the industry. So all you need to do is emotionally engage people with you as a person first, and your brand and your business as a second. The other thing that you can do is create multiple profiles. Like for example, create your profile specifically focusing on marketing industry, create another profile with someone in your company, and then you talk about that other business of yours or industry of yours from that second profile. So both the profiles will have different audience set. That's on another possible way to do that.
Okay. One interesting question from Rochelle Zaveri. He's saying that Nitin, if you were a jeweler, that is, if you were a jewelry business, how would you use LinkedIn effectively?
So what's the
This
best
is
way
a
to
case
use it?
study.
Yeah, sure. So use effectively apart from recruitment. Yeah, of course. So now you need to understand what's jewelry. Are you focusing on professionals as such? I mean, for example, if I am a jeweler, I want to push my corporate gifting of jewelry, to businesses. That's one way to look at. Then what I would do is I'll talk about jewelry. So there is another amazing concept of chocolates, which is very similar to, I would say, a consumer focused product doing very amazing in terms of engaging people and driving them leads for their
दादा
particular.
आतमध्ये
Friends, just keep yourself on mute, please. Preetam Bidwai, please keep yourself on mute.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Yeah. So what I was telling is, for example, a chocolate selling business. So there is a girl, my battery is running out. So I'll talk about it quickly. I hope we have 4 minutes more. So, let's say a consumer focused company, jewelry selling company wants to engage more businesses. So what you can do is you can simply talk about jewelry business as such. For example, share your jewelries and talk about the art of jewelry. Talk about how the jewelry industry is doing. Talk about how you yourself as a brand, let's say you have created a new product in the jewelry segment. Now you want to promote it. So rather than promoting it directly, talk about the story of why you created a different brand, why you created this product line in your own business. What will happen with this particular product line? Talk about those impact on the jewelry industry rather than talking and promoting your jewelry. This is not Instagram wherein you'll post photos of your jewelry and the people will like it and buy it. This is more professional platform wherein you talk about industry and the problems and the solutions of that industry, and people will reach out to you to talk to you about more of what they can do. So if your core focus is just to promote jewelry and sell it, then Instagram and other portal would be the right platform for you. If you want to engage businesses as a business to become your part of your overall business strategy, then use jewelry industry as a whole and talk about that.
Nitin, there are lots of requests for case studies, so I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to filter the questions, and I'm going to request those people who want to reach out to Nitin and ask for suggestions can reach out to him directly. But the quick questions that have come is does Mr. E only work on LinkedIn or does it work on other sites? That's the first question. The second one is Mr. E approved by LinkedIn, or are they aware about this technology?
So first is it works only on LinkedIn because most of the professionals are on LinkedIn. You will find the right people. You can search the right people who are working in businesses on LinkedIn. So only on LinkedIn. The second, are LinkedIn aware of? Yes, they're aware of. There is no approval needed for us to build a Chrome extension. There are many Chrome extensions which works on LinkedIn. There is no need for approval. The only approval that is needed is from Chrome store, which we already have. Now, whether LinkedIn is aware? Yes, LinkedIn is aware. And in fact, few people from LinkedIn are also using the tool. So there is no such worry of whether, because everything that we give out in the tool is actually publicly available information. We don't mine it from LinkedIn. We just correlate a LinkedIn profile with the information that we have in the background and display it to you.
Great. the one question which is, if you were an MBA fresher, what would you put on your content?
If I'm an MBA fresher, what I would put. So I'll talk about what I'm learning in my classes. For example, if I've learned today what my professor has taught me, like if I'm attending a marketing class today, and the marketing professor taught me something on how to do marketing or what is the difference between sales and marketing, I will talk about that on LinkedIn. So I'm basically, correlating what my experiences in the classrooms are with and push that content on LinkedIn profile every day.
One last question before I request you to put in, there was a request for the social score that you had mentioned about. You mentioned that you're going to be giving the link for that. If you can put it in the chat box for the same. One question that has come in is, sometimes when you have got the direct number from Mr. E, it could be quite upsetting for the, for to receive a direct call. How would you handle the situation when you're reaching out to people directly?
So, yes. So this is where the skill set of the person comes into picture. You obviously don't say that you got a number or you bought the number from someone. You as a salesperson say someone gave it to me or someone referred it to me, or I looked at your LinkedIn profile, or I'm very good at searching people's contact. This is where the skill set of the salesperson comes into picture.
Okay. Nitin, I know that your battery is completely running out and you have a challenge in terms of, the battery. So I'm going to request everybody, guys. Nitin has promised me that he's happy to accept your emails and for you to reach out to him and ask your suggestions in terms of how you can take forward LinkedIn and how can you use it better. Can you just put in your contact details, Nitin,
Yes.
in the chat so that people could reach out to you directly? So your mobile number, your email ID, okay, and I'm sure so that people can reach out to you directly and talk to you about how they can build their LinkedIn profile. Guys, I'm sorry, I have to.
I've dropped it.
Sorry, I have to cut this session short because Nitin's battery is
I'm
running
so
out.
sorry about that.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't really fix it. Now I have to figure out how to make my business run without laptop.
Right. Guys, thank you everybody who's been a part of the session. Nitin, there have been close to 250 people who've been there.
Thank you so much everyone for joining this. I mean, this is amazing. I have not seen 250
I
people.
wish you all the best. I wish every single participant all the best. So I wish everybody who's joined the session all the best. Please do reach out to Nitin. Nitin has also a YouTube channel which he continuously talks about in terms of how to leverage LinkedIn. Please reach out to him and take it further. We have recorded this particular session, so we will try and see how we can send it to all of you. Once again, thank you so much for being a part of this session. This session was brought to you by Talent Corner, by Roundtable India, and by the Super Achievers HR and Admin team. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.